So there's a show, or I'm not sure what channel or what it's on. It's called Deconstructing Karen. Okay, and so I'm gonna blow the Deconstructing Karen group out of the water. Yeah, so this is just a little bit about them. Totally racist. Just reverse racism all the way around. In this provocative documentary, white women experience radical honesty about racism, their daily role in upholding it, their conditioning to ignore it, and the essential part they can play in tearing down the systems that are killing black and brown people every single day. What if well-intentioned liberal women actively play a role in upholding racism and white supremacy? The dinners will remind you of your favorite childhood memory of the game of Clue. The most dangerous person in the room is never the most obvious. What if the Bible-thumping conservative Trump voter isn't any more racist than liberal yoga teacher who screams love is love? Yeah, so the Trump voters, that I would be one of them. And yes, you can see I'm white. Let me tell you this. There's one thing that Trump voters have in common. It has nothing to do with us being racism. You project all that. You're the racists. I'll explain and prove why. Regina Jackson and Sarah Rao have launched Race to Dinner, a movement to inspire white women to confront themselves and to acknowledge their own racism and complicity in white supremacy. The crystal is polished, the china is pristine, the candles are lit, and the nice white lady guests are about to be served some cold, hard truths. And I'm about to deliver some cold, hard truths. To the white women there, and to the black, and to the brown, all of them, all of you people that are pushing this division and this racism and that all white people have white supremacy. You call me whatever you want. Everybody's sick to death of hearing that everybody is racist by the very people that are the racists. You sit around your elegant table in your rich, fancy home with these white women that come and pay money to do this, to be ridiculed, to be told when they say, I don't think I have white privilege, I don't think I have white supremacy. No, you do. It's an automatic you do if you're white. People are a disgrace to women, and here's the biggest reason why. You think you're going to transform the world by ridiculing every white person on the planet and say it's just embedded in their DNA that they are have white supremacy in them? No, all it shows is that you've become the racist. And here's the factual evidence of how this is true. While you enjoy your pretty fancy dinner with your pristine candles and elegant china, and talk about you, white, black, brown, you guys are white supremacists. What you don't talk about is the modern day slavery going on right now, because we have an open border and we have the most trafficking going on in this country right now. And you women have the audacity to sit around some fancy table with a bunch of people that don't even know themselves, don't even know who they are, and likely are just getting paid money to push this sickness because they themselves are sick. Because you have to be really, really messed in the head to completely ignore, while they sit there in here and talk about radical honesty about racism, their daily role in upholding it, their conditioning to ignore it. What do you people ignore? You black, brown, white people around that table. You ignore modern day slavery that's happening to children. It's been going on forever, and for the past 3 years, it's off the charts. And it's every color. But no, what do you want to do? You want to sit around and just think about you, right? It's all about you. It's all about you getting your racial reckoning, right, Regina Jackson? Or your partner there's Rayo, whatever her name is. It's all about just putting down and pushing this agenda onto white people, that they're an automatic white supremacist. Go tell that to one of those white children that's been being labor trafficked or sex trafficked, that's in modern day slavery right now. I dare you to do it. But quite frankly, I think you would do it because you have so much hate and then you base it all on the past. If you want to transform the future, then you focus on the modern day slavery right now. That's the best reckoning anybody can do. But no, instead you sit around in your fancy clothes and act like you're so high and mighty, your hoity-toity attitudes, your noses in the air, and sit there and tell every woman at the table, and they sit there and take it. Those women just need to go see someone and get some help. To pay to go to be ridiculed and be told you have white supremacy when you don't. And how dare you, Regina Jackson, or anybody on this planet, I don't care what color you are, to decide that every white person has white supremacy. Bullshit. Bullshit. You're all out of line. And the reason you're all out of line is because you're hypocrites. When children are being trafficked, young women, I took care of many of those young women fresh out of trafficking, and I'll tell you this, not one of them, and that doesn't mean there isn't any, but not one of those young women that I took care of from the end of 2018 up until the fall of 2020 that were coming in regularly, fresh out of modern day slavery, not one of them was black. I'm not saying there wasn't any, but there was none that were black that came into my ER. So slavery is something that has happened to all skin colors. It's the very people that enslave you that want you to think that it's the whites, it's this person, it's that person. You people are the most uncaring women I have ever seen watching this. You really are, because all I could think is about the children that are being sold over and over again right now in this very country. And you sit at a dinner table and act like you're going to transform the world. You won't transform it into anything good. But then you don't even know yourself to recognize how something wicked inside of you is driving you. You ignore modern day slavery and have the audacity to act like you can tell somebody that because their skin is white that they have white supremacy. But you ignore the modern day slavery happening every day in this country. What a disgrace every single one of you are.